Hello, thank God it's Wednesday. Welcome to Outnumbered, reaching you from Abuja. I am Mercy Babajide. And of course, you know how we do it when outnumbered. I'm usually outnumbered. Hello, Tonia. Hello, Ramsey. How are
Good
you?
morning,
Good
Good
morning,
Mercy.
morning.
Mercy.
How
Good
are
morning,
you?
Antonia.
Is
Very
it safe to say happy holidays to you guys? And Baka the Salah to our Muslim friends, even though they've said this Salah is a small one, so we shouldn't expect any Salah Ram. No, we don't know about that.
Let's hope they still,
And they sit
do
on up
something.
and they do
Something
something.
is still happening, so we
All
can be
right,
part of
okay,
it.
all right, guys. Like I'd always say, how are you? I'm beginning to sound like a broken record, but then it's pertinent to ask
No,
that
it's good.
question.
It's okay. That's checking on us to know
Yes,
how we're
how
doing.
are you,
It's
Isaac?
not out of place.
Yeah, okay, all right. Thank you guys for supporting me. All right, our viewers at home, let's start our number today proper, and I will be taking it from the Daily Times. The Daily Times, the biggest story here says bribery video, and of course, that is our lead story for today. Bribery video, Kano government to arraign Ganduje April 17th. Kano government to arraign Ganduje April 17th. That's on page 4 of the Daily Times. And now to Naira abuse. As a kicker of the next story, the writer says Salah holidays stalls Bobrisky's sentence. That's a sad one there. We do hope something happens, even though some persons are excited about him being locked up. But then, hike in electricity tariff. That's the kick of the next story. The writer says reps will intervene upon resumption of plenary. I take that story again. Hike in electricity tariff. Reps will intervene upon resumption of plenary. And that's equally on page 4 of the Daily Times. And now let's take more stories where finance, high interest rates, bane of domestic airlines. Finance, high interest rates, bane of domestic airlines. That's coming from Festus Keyamo, of course, Minister of Aviation. And that's equally on page 14 of the Daily Times newspaper. Nigeria's mobile subscription hit 219.7 million in February. And that's a page 15 read. Provides special support mechanism for strategic industries. Provide special support mechanism for strategic industries. LCCI urges the federal government. That's a page 15 read. Now, Eid Fitr. Tinubu tax Muslims on nation building as federal government extends public holiday to Thursday. Lucky you guys, you've just heard that the public holiday has been extended to tomorrow, and that's a page 4 read. And finally, on Daily Times, fire outbreak. That's a sad one. Fire outbreak. That's the kicker of the story. The writer says Lagos state government suspends marketing activities in central Lagos. I take that story one more time. Lagos state government suspends marketing activities in central Lagos, and that's a page 17 read. And for the picture story, do want to get a copy of the Daily Times newspaper as I hand over to Antonia.
All right, thank you, Mercy. On the Guardian newspaper, 2017 Botched Water Resources Bill, that's the big story, it says 179 million Nigerians in dire straits lack access to potable water nationwide. And that is on page 6. The next headline we'll be looking at, we regret voting Tinubu in 2023, says Northern leaders. Well, it has already happened. They just have to wait till 2027
Why are they saying that?
Really
to make a better decision to vote Tinubu out and bring someone they feel will be better. Now, that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. On business page 15, cost of trade 5 times higher in Nigeria than US, says World Bank. And then police worry over forceful seizure of pedestrians' phones in Lagos by hoodlums. And that's on Metro page 9. More queries, protest against Lagos to Calabar Coastal Road project despite defense. That's on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Tears as fire guts popular Dosumu market twice in 30 days. Tears as fire guts popular Dosumu market twice in 30 days. That you can find on page 8, and we can see pictures from the fire incident, how badly destroyed things are. Millions of naira worth of goods, yes, gone down the drain. And we've not heard news if people were actually caught in the fire or some persons died. But it's so sad to see this and seeing that it has happened twice in 30 days. What's probably happening? Investigations should be done to ascertain what exactly is the cause of these fire incidents because it's becoming too rampant. Now, you can't sack Abure, NWC members, Labour Party tells NLC. And that is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper, and that will be the size of the headlines from here. Over to you, Ramsey.
Thank you very much, Antonia, for those headlines. Let's quickly go through the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. And from the international scene, 40 bodies recovered from Gaza hospital after Israel troops withdrawal. Details you can get on page 3 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. A Plateau Assembly crisis, uncertainty over fate of 7 APC lawmakers. Details on page 12 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Atiku to Tinubu disclose cost of Lagos-Calabar Highway project. Okay. Atiku to Tinubu disclose cost of Lagos-Calabar Highway project. I think one of the things that I've actually noticed with this administration is the fact that the opposition parties are not keeping quiet at all. All right, let's see how that is going to go. But you know who Tinubu is. Will he ever answer Atiku? All right. The big story from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning says Eid el-Fitr. Tinubu tasks citizens on unity, nation building. 2 riders to that story. National Assembly leadership. Governors preach love, sacrifice. The second rider says embrace moral rectitude. Khan tells leaders. The details of that you can get on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Super Falcons qualify for 2024 Olympics after 16 years. Well, I saw this and I was so excited. Ajibade came up earlier to say, well, most of the players in the Super Falcon have not actually been to the Olympics. And I'm so glad that they were able to defeat their Bayana counterparts. And now they are qualified for the Olympics after 16 years.
Safe to
Congratulations to our ladies and
yeah,
congratulations to the
them.
Super Falcons. More still coming from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, where we have this one on page 8, and it says, rainstorm renders over 1,000 homeless in Kogi State. That's pathetic. More still coming from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. On a sad note, veteran Kannywood actress Dasso dies at 56. And finally, from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, bribery allegation. Ganduje wife, son for arraignment, April 17th. All right, and that's going to be on the... Okay, yeah, that's going to be the last from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning as we move to the next paper. Over to you, Mercy.
All right, thank you, Ramsey and Fonia. Now we take the final paper for today. That's the Punch. Now let's move to some punchy headlines where we have rising Naira value as the lead story. Presidency backs Cardoso, vows further clamp down on racketeers. Presidency backs Cardoso, vows further clamp down on racketeers. Now, below that, we have agencies will step up enforcement against racketeers to ensure Nigerians are not cheated. That's coming from the presidency. And now, Tinubu financial engineer expects stronger Naira in Q1 2025. Spokesman tells Nigerians. So it looks like we're looking at Naira at 1,000 Naira per dollar, because now it looks like they said this is the best we can do over to 2025. We can't go lower. I said this yesterday.
It's even going up already.
Okay, all right. So let's see what they will do about it now. That's of course on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Now to Eid for True. Let's build Nigeria together. Tinubu governors, senators tells Nigerians, and that's on page 20 of the Punch. Now, to more stories, let's quickly take this one where, of course, Falcons play goal. Okay, Falcons play goalless with South Africa qualify for Olympics. That's a nice one, and that's on page 13. To read more on that, dealers demand 850 Naira per litre for diesel as Dangote marketers meet. Dealers demand 850 Naira per litre diesel as Dangote marketers meet, and that's on page 22 of the Punch newspaper. Fire raises 14 Lagos market buildings, 4 structures collapse. That's actually a sad one there, and we do hope that there's something they say in Yoruba that when the house of a king gets burnt, by the time you rebuild, it becomes more beautiful. But then this is like millions of naira that has gone down the drain, and not with the current state of the economy right now.
Where would they start from?
Yeah, where are they going to start from? That's actually a sad one there. And we are reaching out to them. I will say that may God replenish all their loss. Okay, now to the next story. Ondo is the kicker of the next story. The writer says APC panel screens Ayedatiwa, Akinteriwa, 14 others on Friday. That's a page 16 read gunmen Q5 in Benue. 17 victims get mass burial. That's a sad one.
That's a sad one.
Gunmen kill 5.
This thing, I don't know.
It looks like every day we always have something about Benue. Yes, Benue, Kaduna, then Zamfara. It's just a sad one there.
It's a sad one.
Now let's move to the final story for the Punch newspaper. Impeachment. Shaibu writes, CJN, APC members warn against ex-deputy governor's return. I choose not to say anything. That's a page 12 read for the Punch, because now it looks like every party is just interfering in another party. But everybody, let's not mind our business, like I said. All right, for the picture story, that's the story of the Lagos market building that, of course, caught fire yesterday. And we do our heartfelt condolences to everybody that has lost one thing or the other, and this fire raising the shops. All right, our viewers, this is where we wrap it up today for now. After the break, we'll be talking about Ganduje, or better still, Gandola. Stay tuned.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleke TV. Visit our website at www.oweleke.tv for a thrilling journey. Oweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back, and now you're still on Outnumbered, reaching you from Abuja, the nation's capital. Now let's move straight to our lead story for today, which is Kano Government to arraign Ganduje April 17. Let's start with the fact that this same Ganduje is a chairman of the APC right now. That's the leading All Progressives Congress. That's the leading party, where the party that actually produced the sitting president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And one would beg the question, they say if the head is sports, what is going to happen to the body? That's one. The fact that Kano government is outrightly arraigning not just Ganduje, his wife and his son, doesn't that speak volumes for APC? Or rather, he himself, speaking about, they said he doesn't even take bribes in naira, it's dollars. I mean, we're talking about $418,000. That's the one I can remember. There are some that, of course, was imbibed in this allegation. So now I'll throw it to Tonya and Ramsey, of course, to do perfect analysis to this. I'd like to get your opinion, Tonya. What do you think would happen? Although we are not supposed to preempt the court cases. I mean, they've said it's going to happen in April 17, but doesn't this speak volume for APC generally?
Yeah, it just shows that some of the persons, the elites, the 1% of the 1% in the APC do not have low moral standards, because seeing that he was a sitting governor and now coming out, you're the chairman of the APC, for crying out loud, and now there are these allegations, not just you. Some other politicians, you might have them do their politics with other people, their party members and everything, but your family being involved, your wife, your son, it just shows that the corruption has eaten deep into the family and also into the party. And it just goes to show that subsequent politicians, how do we, the better Nigeria that we are seeking, if we have people like this, imagine the son is learning this from the father. How are we going to get better Nigerians that will change Nigeria and make our economy more stable? It just shows that the politicians we currently have are not setting good examples for the youths to follow, are not setting good examples for other persons that are aspiring to be in government to follow. And if all of these things are happening, then Nigeria will not be heading anywhere better. And we do hope that this investigation is not the trial and everything is not swept under the carpet, and then a lot of things come to limelight and the right action is taken to avoid things like this occurring. But we'll still hear of more states, because this is just Kano zone that just came out. Yeah, this is just Kano. How about if they decide to look into all the past governors of the 36 states? Only God knows what we'll discover.
Because I was going to relate this to Abia State, but then even opening Abia State is going to be like opening a box of canker. Yes. So now to Ramsey, Kano government to arraign Ganduje April 17th. Now look at it. A son, of course, is added. The wife has been added. But then they say something about the lawmakers and the lawbreakers. Because even right when he was the governor, that was when this video actually started making rounds about how he was collecting dollars from people. And now, is anybody actually above the law when it comes to bribery and corruption?
I think thank you very much, Mercy. One of the things we should look at here is looking at all this until otherwise stated. As a Nigerian, I will feel this is wrong. Okay? This thing that Ganduje has done is wrong. But then, is someone hunting someone somewhere?
So you feel like it's a witch hunt?
I'm just trying to ask.
Maybe he offended the powers that be.
You said something.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
the powers that be.
This is
one of the powers that be.
No matter who you are.
You have
even
a
the
godfather
president.
somewhere.
If people in this country want to gang up against the president, no matter who you are, if people want to gang up against you, they will still do it.
That's true.
These things are coming up now. The final say will come from the court. What is going to be the final judgment? Like you said, we're not trying to preempt the court.
Yeah.
You understand? But then, this is Ganduje. For Ganduje to be he was the governor of Kano State.
And now the
chairman of APC. And we are hearing this. This is a slap on APC, number one. This is a big slap on APC. They gave Kano State a wrong governor. They gave the whole APC national a wrong chairman.
So now we're expecting, because if the head of the party is getting dollars and bribery and corruption, what
will happen to others?
to everybody?
So meaning in their meetings they share dollars.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the reasons why we're having Naira depreciating and nobody was saying anything until recently.
Do you know, it's as bad as his name is not Ganduje again. Remember before we went on the break, I said
Gandola.
The first time I heard that, he raised suspicions in my head, and I'm like, oh, this thing is this bad. But then arraigning him to court, it's another thing entirely. That means, we're outrightly telling you that, the head of your party is a fake.
It's a fake. Mercy, there's problem. You know why? She says, Tonia says something. The son is involved in this saga. The
wife is equally involved.
So
it's a family affair. Yeah.
And you know, on one of our reviews back then, Christopher was saying something about the son of El Rufai, who was coming out to make noise, trying to be like his father. And that you now start thinking, is this the kind of generation we're looking up to? Now the son is involved, and this is just one out of so many.
So the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree.
From the tree, you understand? So I think one thing that needs to be done, the constitution needs to be visited. This impunity of a thing,
and even as an ex-governor, I was going to sorry to badge even as an ex-governor, I was going to say the immunity doesn't persist, right? Because he's an ex-governor. But as an APC chairman, is there some form of immunity?
For as APC, that is within APC.
Yeah.
Not
constitutional, but
within
APC.
Give them some leverage.
That political
there's
setting.
A political subtle law.
There are some immunity that he should enjoy as the chairman of the party.
Ruling or progressive
party. More so that they are the ruling party. You understand? Whatever he says now, there is a way the president will look at it, because till tomorrow the president is a member of the party, and in a way the president in the party is under him as a member of the party. So there are some things he will say, and they want to dance to the tune of his own music.
But that doesn't make him above the law.
He is not above the law, and that's why they are taking him to court now. For the state to take you to court, you know what it means.
And you know,
when
there were some other
things.
Okay, and you mentioned something about witch hunt, because remember that when the Kano State drama was happening, I mean, when the governorship cases were taken to court for what is it called? Okay, when the Kano State cases were taken to court, the election petition. Remember that most of the time he was being petty on the internet, to the point that they said he had talking drums and he was drumming and he was excited about winning.
Don't mind these politicians.
So could it be said that it's witch hunt? I'll just get that in like 30 seconds. Do you think it is witch hunting?
Well, no matter what it is right now,
Mm-hmm.
if Ganduje is guilty, he should go down for
Go
it.
down for
Whether it's a witch hunt or not.
Okay.
What is important right now is the people of Kano State and not an
Nothing.
individual.
Okay, your own take, Tony.
Yeah, I share the same thoughts with Ramsey.
Okay.
I don't think, even if it's been witch hunted or this just came out of the limelight, because you can't keep lying over and over again
about
the
the same
truth will
thing.
definitely surface.
Yeah.
So if this is one of such scenarios, then the court should do what they know how to do best. Judiciary, they say, is the last hope of the common man. Let them actually prove
it
that
is-
they are
if
they
they are
this is time
still
for
the
them to
hope of the last common man.
renew that trust the people have in them and give back to the society what actually belongs to the society. And whoever is guilty should go down for it.
To go down for it. Well, our viewers, we're sure that the people are watching, because it's not just renewed trust right now, it's going to be renewed hope. If actually, let's see if this government is actually a democratic government. When they say government for the people, of the people, and by the people, let's see who is above the law and below the law. But then this is where we wrap it up for today for our number. Thank you for staying tuned. I remain Mercy Baba today. See you same time, same station tomorrow. Bye.